Hello and welcome to another edition of Sit Down with the Director. I'm Robin Phillips and I'm here again today as usual with our Director of Schools, Bobby Cox.
Hey Robin, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Great.
Okay.
Doing great.
Okay, well so this is our first episode since we started school back.
Right.
So I know we seem to have had a pretty smooth start back to school, but if you would like to share with us some things maybe about traffic or about some different items connected with that.
Yeah, it seems to have gone pretty well. We've still got some of the normal issues that we deal with. Traffic seems to have been pretty good. Hadn't had a whole lot of major issue with that, but it always does pick up, and trying to warn people to leave a little bit early, and if come a little bit later to pick up, then usually you can avoid the major traffic headaches that we have. And since we have some new fencing and things up that at the middle school and at Bobby Ray and still in construction there, it seems to have gone pretty well. So our enrollment seems to be pretty good. It's about the same number that we had last year. So that's gone pretty well. Not huge increases, but we usually start out a little high, and then we'll back off. But we're still enrolling students. So that first 20 days, it really kind of takes us to get everybody in the system and everybody to enroll and get those in our computer system and then get everything ready to go. But for the most part, everything's gone pretty well this year. Yeah.
So we're getting our fall sports started.
Fall sports are up and running.
And I know our band's out practicing today as we drove in, and our football team. And we had our first home ball game on Friday night. Big win for Warren County Pioneers.
Good start for the new coach and new staff, and had a lot of crowd support, which was good to see. And band did a good job, and cheerleaders and pioneerettes, and just everybody did a great job. So it was a good night last Friday night. So.
Okay, we'll have another game this week with Cannon County, away game.
Our away game. So we need to take all those people to Cannon County and support our Pioneers, and hopefully we'll get another win.
That would be great. I know, and we will look forward to that.
That's right.
We'll expect that's going to happen.
That's right.
Okay, so along with the start of school, we have still some continuing building projects at Bobby Ray, and then we've just really gotten started pretty good at West Elementary. So could you give us a little update about those projects?
Sure. Bobby Ray is winding down hopefully this week. We should be, pretty much finished hopefully, or real close to it, except for just some punch list items. But hopefully the day after Labor Day, then we should be able to move in or start moving things into the new part of the building and open up the connector where all the buildings will be connected together. They still are doing some little touch-up work, countertops and painting and things of that type. So that's going well. We'll still have to do some of the outside work. There'll be some concrete that'll have to be poured, and we still have to move a sign from where it's at currently to its new location, just a few feet down out of the parking areas, and paving on that. We want to try to pave that back street where we had some construction on it and needed to be paved. And then in the back part of the building, we'll have to do some paving there. So there'll still be some things to do, but hopefully the fire marshal will approve everything, and we'll be in Bobby Ray in the next week or so, we hope.
Okay, now the new parking area in the front, that's not going to affect any traffic, because that's just for people coming into the building, not during pickup and drop off time.
Right,
correct?
No, that's just for the new office will be in the front of the building, so that'll be the new entrance point for the building. So that parking area is for people to come in, and if they're visiting the school or need to come in and pick somebody up, and then the buses will loop in the back, and students will still load buses the way they normally do, and traffic will still come down to Tolles Avenue like it always does. But that front part is just for during the school day, yes.
Okay, and so where the administration is now, the offices, that will become classrooms?
Right, we'll make that classrooms and use that for other areas.
Okay, and so also in the new admin area, the front office, there's a new clinic there that's not staffed by Warren County School folks, but is a cooperative between us and a telemedicine group.
Right.
Do you want to?
Yeah, that's a new addition.
That?
Sure, that's a new addition to the program this year. It really serves all students in the school system, but specifically at Bobby Ray's, housed at Bobby Ray, and it's staffed by an LPN, and any student or anybody in the school system can take advantage of that if they need to, see the doctor or come to the clinic. And the LPN will evaluate, and then they'll see a nurse practitioner through video. And there's medical equipment there where they can diagnose certain things over video. And so I think it'll be a good addition to our school and to our system. And we've been looking at this for several years. This is really kind of a pilot. And we funded some of that with our coordinated school health funds, and worked out really well. So we're pleased with that.
Okay, so if parents are interested or guardians are interested in having their child be able to be seen by the clinic, because it's not actually Warren County Schools, and obviously we don't
pay the bill,
we don't do medical services.
Right,
We're
right.
teaching, we teach students and do some first aid type stuff. But if they're going to do that, they would need to, there are some forms online that are associated with that, but they would have to fill out all those forms and all that sort of, and it is billed through insurance if they have it. So that just to have that distinction there. But they can go to Bobby Ray and see the doctor or a nurse practitioner there through satellite.
Right, they can. Yeah. And then West Elementary, it's moving forward. The cafeteria is being constructed now. The elevator shaft out front is being constructed now. So a lot of the outside work, while the weather's good, they're trying to move forward with that. And then over the summer, then they'll convert the old cafeteria into a new library, and the old kitchen into a computer lab, and the old library into classroom space. So there'll still be a lot of construction that goes on over there throughout the year. But most of it's being done outside right now, with new kitchen, new cafeteria, and new entrance to the building. So
okay, and now as I understand it, the cafeteria will be actually in use before the end of the school year.
Yeah,
right?
It should be. They say that they could probably make the switch sometime after January, so that they can start using the new one, and then they can start working on the old areas and kind of block that area off from student use. Right. So hopefully if everything goes well and weather cooperates, that's the plan.
Okay, very good. And that's been the plan, so that we can get that outside stuff done and then do inside work during the winter, bad winter season.
Yes.
Okay, so going along with that, we're also going forward on our energy project, and I'm sure you can give us some update on that.
Right, the energy project has gone extremely well. I mean, we've gotten a lot done in 2 months of work. They're still finalizing just some finishing things and final touches, but we've changed over just about, I think now, every light in the school system to LEDs. Several new heating and air units have been replaced, especially at Bobby Ray and West Elementary and Dibble and Irving College. And the middle school has air in the gym for the first time ever. So we've made a lot of strides there. We're saving anywhere between $13,000 to $15,000 a month in our electric cost. So they're right on pace for where they said their guarantee would be, and we've not gotten our controls and everything in yet. So once we're able to, they're building a control system where we can control through computer the entire school systems, HVAC systems, and things of that type, so we can control the building, shut them down when they're not in use, and start them up when they need to be started up. So that's not even in use yet, and we're seeing those savings. So that's just with behavior changes. So once that gets installed, I think we'll even see more. So it's been really great. Appreciate the county commission support with that and allowing us to do that. And, we're funding that through the savings and through our capital projects fund. So that's not money that the county commission's having to fund. So that's a good thing.
Okay, great. So speaking of the county commission, we did just, I guess last month, get our budget passed.
Right.
So can you tell everybody a little bit about that and what that means for the school district?
Right. So we had an increase in our revenue this year. Teachers will receive a $2,000 increase above their last year's salary. That's always a point that we say a lot, but a lot of times people don't understand that. We have a salary schedule that has steps for each level from years of experience and degrees earned. So that is approved annually. So the 18-19 salary schedule ends when the 18-19 school year ends. The 19-20 salary schedule will start up where on July 1 in theory, where when the budget's passed. So that's what's happened this year. It's what's happened every year. So sometimes we add to those step raises. In the past several years we've not done that because our salary schedule has very unequal steps. And if you're early in your career from 0 to 15 years, you may get anywhere between $200 to $500 to $800 in a step. But if you're after that, 17, 20, all the way to 30 years, your increase is $75. So it's not, equal. So we have to equalize it every year, and that's what we've done for the last 3 years, is give an increase above what they made last year. So all teachers got a $2,000 increase above what they made in 18-19, and all classified staff, support staff, got a $1,000 increase above what they made last year at 18-19. So that's how that works. And we've answered a few questions about that, and I've said that from day one, and we'll continue to try to explain that, but sometimes people don't get confused about that.
Right.
So, and then also we got money as well to upgrade our computers. So we have worked out a contract for 3,250 new devices. We've changed the mix a little bit. So the school system is going to put in a little bit of money, to go along with that. By doing that, we're going to save about $61,000 in cost. But we're going to hit the number that we said we were going to hit, and be able to move a lot of our Windows 7 computers out, which are not supported anymore, and enable students to have new computers, new Chromebooks, and new technology in the classroom for teachers as well.
Okay, so that not only helps support students, but also is a security measure too, right?
Right,
is there
absolutely.
Some issue with maybe security on updated on those older ones?
Yeah, the older ones, they're not going to support them with virus protection. So if we had a virus that got into our system, it could corrupt our system, and we definitely don't want that. So our first point was to get those out and replace those with devices that are supported, so that our system is stable, and nobody comes in to try to hack it or corrupt it.
Right, that's something you can't be too.
That's true.
You can't be too careful
That's right.
about that,
especially
anymore.
in this day and time.
Yes, very important. Okay, so just I guess for our last minute or two, just to remind people, we do have some upcoming holidays where we will not have students or staff will not be at school, and that first of all is Labor Day, which will be this Monday, the third,
or
September
second.
3rd. Okay, September 2nd on Monday.
Right.
And then we'll have Fair Day off as usual.
That's on the 13th, I believe.
Yes, which is the following Friday.
Right.
So we'll have those two holidays, and then we'll keep going for a spell until we have fall break. Then will be our
Correct.
next break, and we'll probably be able to talk about that before that.
Hopefully we'll have another session
we
before
will,
then.
have time to do that.
Yes.
So I guess that's what's going on in Warren County Schools, our startup, and we're going strong. Come out and see the football game and the other fall sports that are going on, and we will see you next time.